What separates us from the tour players? You're looking at it. Perfect functional low point management. This was Tiger Woods from Mexico today. You want one goal for your golf game this year? Work on functional low point. Once you achieve that, you now become predictable and more consistent, not only with your distances, but your trajectories. Work on this, get better tomorrow.
Good morning, Twin Lakes. Jim Keithley back inside the Twin Lakes Indoor Golf Studio. Happy to see you again. Today's video is about casting or throwing or slicing, most of which the golfers that come see any golf professional, that's their common shot shape, right? The big high slice or the really low pull. Okay, those are the two things that we see most often. And what causes it? There's really only two things that cause it. Basically, it comes down to sequencing, okay? The way in which we sequence our body back into impact. We're constantly talking about what proper impact is, okay? That needs to be your priority, knowing what proper impact is. But how do we get to that position? During this video, I'm going to be talking to right-handers. If you're a left-hander, just reverse everything that I say. But basically, right-handed golfers that do everything predominantly or dominate their golf swing with their right side, that's the reason that we start to cast, okay? Your right hand is your power hand. You get the club to the top and your right hand wants to start dominating this sequence that gets us back to the golf ball. If you only swung the club with your left hand, if you have the ability to do this at home, do this and record yourself. Take your right hand off and just swing the club. And we do this a lot inside just to prove the fact. If we do this, okay, you're going to notice that as you transition into impact that the golf shaft will actually start to fall down this way, okay? Because as long as you're not supporting that club with that left thumb, because that could allow you to simply cast. But if you have the proper grip, you'll see that the shaft falls right down. But if you put just your right hand on, you're going to see how easy it is to dominate, straighten that right arm, lose that angle right there, lose that angle between your forearm and your shaft. What's that called? That's called casting, okay? And that's what you'll do. So, if we could just think left side versus right side when we're swinging the club, and then from there, we've got to shift our weight. That shift to the left, or this lateral movement, sets us up very nicely to get into this impact position. This secondary tilt that we talked about last week into a side bend is where we need to be, okay? So this shift, get the club to the top, take two hands. Now we just literally want to shift our weight forward, okay? We don't want to dominate first with our hands and arms. The first movement needs to be a slight shift. It's quite subtle. See the difference between shifting or sliding, or this is a slide, and this is just a bump or a shift. Notice that my head stays back behind the ball when I do that. Boom. Boom. Okay? And then we just match up that side tilt until the club gets the ground. Then from there, proper release is absolutely an essential part of what you need to do, but that would be priority 3. So if you are a slicer, if you're a caster, if you're an over-the-top guy or a gal, left hand swings only. Okay, get used to this motion. When we video people inside, it's amazing what happens to the shaft. It will just fall naturally, as long as we're getting the lateral shift forward first. Boop, boop, into a nice release position, okay? Give that a shot. Everyone's got an iPhone or some type of camera. Video yourself swinging right-handed, swinging left-handed, you'll see a big difference. Give it a shot. If it makes sense, great. If you need some help with that, give us a call. You know where to find us.